Well, this was a tough one. Team Canada suffered a heartbreaking loss in overtime against Finland in the World Juniors.
But our luck could change later tonight when the Toronto Raptors face off against the Spurs in a match that will pit DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi Leonard against their former teams.
You know, joining us now for a look at these stories and more is TSN's Kate McKenna. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Okay, Kate, World Junior Championships.
Yeah.
Canada failed to finish atop their group. Last night was a must-win against Finland.
Yeah.
Didn't end the way Canadian fans were hoping.
It's a national crisis, Ben. A national crisis,
Until the next World Juniors.
That is fair. Listen, a loss to the Finns. And really, I think the nail in the coffin was the New Year's loss to the Russians, the New Year's Eve loss to the Russians. To me, there were three big things that went wrong in this game. One was a goal they allowed with less than a minute in the third, a fluky goal. Second was missing Maxime Comtois, the captain, missing that penalty shot in overtime, which wasn't a great look. And then Noah Dobson goes for the one-timer in overtime. His stick explodes on the shot. The Finns counter, score a goal. These teams obviously not super happy today.
No, and they listen, they play hard and they put their hearts out there. But also, a lot of it has to do with chemistry. Some of these teams they put together, and they either have it or they don't, right?
Listen, they did great work, and I think what we learned is that the tide is rising, right?
Yeah,
Other countries are getting better, and I think, dare I say, that's a good thing.
It's a very
for
good
international
thing.
hockey.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to basketball. I kind of teased this at the opening of the half hour, but the Raptors will face off against the San Antonio Spurs, and they are going to meet their former star, DeMar DeRozan.
Yes.
A lot of people are going to be watching this game. What are you looking for?
Oh,
Kate?
everyone. I'm going to be looking at people. I'm going to be looking at Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking at DeMar DeRozan. How could you not be? I mean, DeMar never wanted to leave Toronto. His relationship with Masai Ujiri is frosty at best. In fact, he says he doesn't even have a relationship with him anymore. So how will DeMar play? Let's see. Kawhi's coming off a 45-point career best performance. Remember, Spurs fans not a fan of Kawhi.
Yeah.
He wanted to leave. So will the Boo-Birds be out? I think they will. The only thing that's a shame is Kyle Lowry is doubtful for this game. I would have liked to see he go against his best friend DeMar.
That would be so awkward, though, to watch.
But it would be brilliant.
I know.
I love
one
it.
of the reasons to
Such
tune
good
in.
I have to
TV.
wait till February when the Spurs visit Toronto.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the NFL's PR problem here.
Yes.
It keeps going and going under scrutiny for firing a number of black coaches.
Yes, so it's the day is actually known as Black Monday when a bunch of coaches get fired after the regular season. This year, 5 of 8 of those fired coaches were black. Nobody is suggesting that these coaches were fired because they're black.
Right, because some a number of them had some losing records.
And in that league, you have to perform to stay.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger conversation here is for a league that has a 70% African-American workforce who has said they want their leadership, their coaches, to reflect that, where is the pipeline?
Yeah.
What we do know and what has been proposed is that most head coaches come from the offensive coordinator position and the quarterback's coach position. Perhaps you put in something like the Rooney Rule, which mandates that teams interview minority candidates, qualified minority candidates, at those positions, so at least you develop a pipeline, because it is not a good look when you go from 7 black coaches at the beginning of the season to 2 at the end.
The optics is just kind of off, especially with the whole player situation and the kneeling and everything.
It's not a good look for the NFL.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much, Kate, for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
And hey, Canada, you can catch tonight's game between the Raptors and the Spurs. I'll be watching. Hopefully you are. 8 p.m. Eastern on TSN.